Hello friends, welcome to Law and GK. So friends, on this channel we discuss the contents of law and previous year papers of judicial services and other legal exams. And friends, from today's video onwards, we are preparing the video subject wise for the Tamil Nadu Judicial Services, and whatever exam papers we have found from 2018 or 2019, for that we are making subject wise videos. And in today's video, we are going to discuss all the questions of Constitution from two papers of Tamil Nadu Judicial Services 2018 and 2019. I hope कि ये videos आपके लिए बड़ी useful रहेंगी. So friends, if you are preparing for judicial services, this channel will be very useful for you. आपके लिए बड़ा ही beneficial रहेगा. And अगर आपको ये video अच्छी लगी हो तो जरूर like कीजिएगा, share कीजिएगा अपने friends के साथ. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. And while subscribing, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of our upcoming videos. And अगर आपको हमारे efforts अच्छे लगे हो तो in addition to like and subscribe, kindly give us a super thanks. Super thanks is a way to appreciate the content creator. आप जो है जो भी कंटेंट बनाता है उसको अप्रिशिएट करने के लिए आप जितना भी अमाउंट चाहें डोनेट कर सकते हैं. मिनिमम इज 40 रुपीज़ एंड मैक्सिमम इज रुपीज़ 10,000. सो डोंट फॉरगेट टू गिव अस अ सुपर थैंक्स. Next 13, protective discrimination is constitutionally valid in view of Article 15(4) and 16(4). A is the answer. Next 14, in Indian Constitution, fundamental rights and fundamental duties are enumerated. Obviously, both are there. A is the answer. Fundamental rights from where to where? From 12 to 35, and fundamental duties, Article 51A. Next 15, choose the wrong answer. So we have to tell wrong. Part 4 of the Constitution have 11 duties. Yes, they are correct. Part 3 mentions 5 kind of writs. Yes, it is. Part 4 lays down fundamentals in the governance of the country. Yes. Freedom of speech and expression is one of the rights protected under Article 9 of the Constitution. No, it is in 19. So D is wrong. So D is the answer. Next is 16. What are the 4 objectives mentioned in the preamble of the Constitution? Justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. They all are there. A is the answer. Next 17. Supreme Court of India declares law, enacts law, draft law. It declares law. Who enacts the law? Parliament or state legislature. Who draft? Can be a committee. Next 18. Judicial review means to review the judge of one high court. No. Review one's own decision. Testing the judgment of high court. No. Testing the action of executive by the judiciary. D is the answer. Next 61. When was the Indian Constitution adopted by the Constituent Assembly? On 26 November 1949. B is the answer. Next 62. In the Constitution of India, Article 1(1) read as India, that is Bharat, shall be the union of states. A is the answer. Next 63. The executive power of Indian Union shall be vested with the President. C is the answer. And where this is mentioned, it is mentioned in Article 53 of Constitution of India. Next 64. The following qualification is not necessary to be elected as a President of India. That is citizen of India by birth. It is necessary. Completed the age of 35 years. Yes, necessary. Qualified to be election as a member of House of People. Yes. He shall not hold office of profit under the government of India. This is not a requirement. So D is the answer. Where the qualifications are mentioned. Article 58 of Constitution of India. Next 65. Choose the wrong statement. The President of India can proclaim emergency during external aggression. Yes, he can. Prorogate ordinance during recess of Parliament. Yes. Proclaim emergency during internal disturbance. No, because internal disturbance was substituted by armed rebellion by 44th Amendment Act. This is wrong. C is the answer. D can grant pardon to any person. Yes. Next 66. 10th schedule of Constitution of India deals with disqualification on the ground of defection. C is the answer. Next 67. Under which article of Constitution joint sitting of both houses of Parliament can be convened? That is Article 108. C is the answer. Next 99. With which of the following issue did the DK Bus State of West Bengal deals with arrest, safeguard of arrested person? B is the answer. Next 100. Choose the odd one out. Doctrine of pith and substance. Doctrine of culpable legislation repugnance. So these three relates to the constitution, and legitimate expectation it belongs to administrative law. So D can be the answer. However, they should avoid these type of questions because these are controversial questions, because there is no separate query on each of the doctrine. So it is hard to understand by the candidates. Let's move to the questions. So what the question number 1 says? Question number 1. So what question number 1 says? Which of the following is true in respect to right to be forgotten in Indian context? So statement number 1 is the Karnataka High Court in a judgment recently has approved the right to be forgotten in Indian context. Yes, this is correct. The case was Shri Vasutham versus Registrar General. Okay, decided in 2016-17. So you can just find it over there. Next is it allows offender to object the publication of information regarding the crime and conviction. It is correct. The origin of this right can be tracked back to the French jurisprudence on the right of oblivion. Yes, it is correct. Next is the right to be forgotten can be inferred from the provision of IT Act. No, this is incorrect. So 1, 2, 3 are correct. B is the answer. The question paper comes in 2 languages, Tamil and English. This is in Tamil. You can just read it over here if you want. Next is 2. By considering the shortage of labor for agricultural purpose, the state government enacted a law to prohibit engagement of agricultural labor in the manufacture of BD. Choose the appropriate response on the constitutional validity of the law. Now you have to judge the constitutional validity of this law which prohibits the labor to go to the BD manufacturing. A is since labor would not be available for the agriculture, but there can be shortage of the food and wastage of the crops. This is correct, but this is not as per the constitution. B is the object sought to be achieved is to keep the sufficient labor supply for agricultural purpose, which would have been easily achieved by restraining employment of agricultural labor in BD manufacturing during the agricultural season only. So see, till here they are mentioning the same thing which I have written here. Okay, but they have used the word only. They are saying that only for the agricultural season we are restricting the labor supply to the BD manufacturing, not for the whole year. So this is a reasonable restriction. Okay, na? Absolute restriction amounts to withdrawal of the right, hence the law is unconstitutional. The restriction should not be absolute. B is the answer. Next is 3. The pardoning power given by the president under Article 72 of the Constitution can be exercised only after the conviction, because this is pardoning power and the pardon can be granted only after a conviction. So after trial of the conviction and award of the sentence. It is correct. A is the answer. During or at before, and during and before is not possible. So these 3 are incorrect. Next is 4. Identify the ground that is not available to proclaim emergency under 352 of Constitution. So armed rebellion is there, external aggression is there, war is there. Internal disturbance was earlier there, but it has been deleted by 44th Amendment, and instead of this, armed rebellion has been substituted. So this is not there, not available. D is the answer. Next is 5. Which one of the following statements about the meaning of eminent domain under the Constitution of India is correct? Sovereign power of the state to acquire private property of an individual for public purpose after paying compensation. Yeah, it is correct. Eminent domain hai. This is eminent domain. Power of state to arrest an individual. No. Requisition. No. So only one is correct. C is the answer. Next is 45. In which of the following cases Supreme Court directed the compulsory registration of all marriages in India? Seema versus Ashwani Kumar. A is the answer. Section 8 of Hindu Marriage Act provides the provision. Next is 46. The total forest cover in our country is far less than the ideal minimum 1/3 of the total land. Therefore, Parliament by 42nd Amendment of the Constitution has added 2 more articles to ensure improvement of environment and impose duty on every citizen. These are 48A and 51 A. This is DPSP and this is fundamental duty. B is the answer. Next 47. The Law Commission of India in its 259th report suggested including a new fundamental right in the constitution and identify it. That is right to childhood care. A is the answer. Next is 50. Which of the following statement is not correct? Under Article 16 of Constitution, the guarantee against discrimination is limited to employment and appointment under this state. Yes, it is correct. Article 15 of Constitution deals with all cases of discrimination which do not fall under 16. Yes, it is correct. Article 16 of Constitution embodies the particular application of general rule of equality laid down in Article 14 with special reference to appointment and employment under the state. This is correct. D है Article 16 of Constitution does not guarantee equality of opportunity in matters of appointment. Wrong है, guarantees. D is the answer, not correct. Next is 51. Article 14 of Constitution permits classification but prohibits class legislation. B is the answer. Next is 52. The admission rules of an engineering college provides that no capitation fee shall be charged from residents of XYZ state, but non-residents shall be required to pay capitation fee. So now they are asking whether it is a reasonable classification. See, Article 15 does not discriminate on the basis of place of residence. Otherwise, religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them has been mentioned. This is correct. See, sometimes the paper setter does some mistakes in the question. They try to trick the candidates, but in just thinking that by his act that he is tricking, that they are doing some mistakes. Now you see the statement A is totally correct. And now here asking answer in reference to Article 15 of the Constitution. They have not asked any question over here. Can you see any question? But they are asking the students to assume that this is the question. But this is not the question. This is only a statement. And this statement A is also correct. And you can see next Article 15(1) prohibits discrimination on the basis of place of birth, which impliedly includes place of residence. No, it is wrong. Article 15(1) prohibits discrimination between citizens on the ground only on this, and the provision suffers from causes amicus and place of residence is inadvertently omitted. No, this is wrong. Article 15 does not prohibit discrimination based on the place of residence. This is correct. This is also correct. But as per the question, if they have said that this is the question, they ask any query on that thing, that D could be the answer. So in making the question difficult, they just take out the nature of the question so that it becomes very difficult to understand. And then later on they will not listen that this is the answer, this is wrong question. Next 53 statement 1 is Article 22 Constitution provides right of the accused to safeguard himself from misuse of power by administration. This is correct. Article 22 Constitution provides right to the non-citizens only. No, this is for citizens. 35 Amendment of the Constitution has introduced safeguard to prevent misuse of power, preventive detention. No, it is wrong. So 1 is correct and 2 and 3 are incorrect. D is the answer. Next 54, which of the following statement with respect to right to know are correct? Right to know the affairs of the government can be traced under Article 19. Yes, it is correct. Dinesh Trivedi vs. Union of India, it was held that the citizens have absolute right to know about the affairs of the government. No, it was said that they do not have. The citizens have no absolute right to know. They only have the right to know whichever the information is good for public. So only 1 is the correct, and so A is the answer, 1 only. Next 55, consider the following statement. High Court has jurisdiction to punish itself for its contempt. It means this is the High Court and they are punishing itself. No. So as I said, the paper setter should look at the things whatever they are putting in the question. Tender advice on the legal question, refer to it. No, they do not have any advisory jurisdiction. Issue certain rates for the enforcement of fundamental right. Here, this is correct. So 4 is correct, but only 4 is not in option. So 1 and 4 is there, when 2 and 3 are incorrect. So we cannot take this one option. So A would be the answer, but they should have correct this one itself. So friends, here we have discussed all the questions of Constitution from 2 papers of Tamil Nadu Judicial Services 2018 and 2019. अगर आपको इसमें कोई कमी लगी हो, कोई सजेशन हो, कोई एडवाइस हो, कोई कमेंट्स हो, तो आप जो है कमेंट सेक्शन में जाकर भी लिख सकते हैं. वी ऑलवेज अप्रिशिएट योर कमेंट्स. एंड अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी और एफर्ट्स हमारे अच्छे लगे हो तो उसको जरूर लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, सो दैट दे कैन कम टू नो अबाउट आवर चैनल एंड वो भी बेनिफिट ले सकें. एंड अगर आपको हमारे एफर्ट्स अच्छे लगे हो तो इन एडिशन टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब काइंडली गिव अस अ सुपर थैंक्स. सुपर थैंक्स इज अ वे टू अप्रिशिएट द कंटेंट क्रिएटर. आप जो भी कंटेंट बनाता है उसको अप्रिशिएट करने के लिए कोई भी अमाउंट जो है डोनेट कर सकते हैं. फ्रॉम मिनिमम स्टार्ट्स विद 40 रुपीज़ एंड मैक्सिमम अप टू 10,000 रुपीज़. तो काइंडली गिव अस अ सुपर थैंक्स. So friends, thanks very much for watching this video. Thank you.